It's not a sort of small matter. It's a complicated, complex thing, and the tigers are actually killed in the jungle. A lot of the crime, the selling and tanning and whatever, happens under police jurisdiction in cities and towns. So the single biggest reason why they cannot catch the criminals that are in this thing is that the enforcement is not intelligence-led.
What we can do is strengthen policing against poaching, reduce the incentives of poaching by giving them other livelihood options. Now the point is that these livelihood options are those which will remain in perpetuity. Now they know that if they poach 12 or 14 or 15 tigers, that's it, the tigers aren't going to come back. But if they know that they are going to conserve the tigers, then for generations, they can keep getting a livelihood.
It is not just poaching but also destruction of habitats, which is posing a serious threat of extinction to some of these species.
They are vanishing because their habitat is vanishing.
In India, for example, the population is increasing at such a rate that we have to clear forests to build homes, cities and farms. So the sufferer in the name of progress, whether it's dams or new cities or industrial areas, is nature.
So I think human-animal conflict is going to become a bigger and bigger issue in the sort of months and years ahead.
And we're losing species. 300 species are being lost every day.
Like the tiger, for instance, is suffering today. Why? The tiger has to live. It doesn't invent its food, it doesn't grow its food. It depends on having to kill. Therefore, it needs a certain area. So the tiger has a certain area in which it roams around. In that area there are a certain number of deer which are roaming around. It manages, if it is active, to pounce and get one and eat it. So therefore there is a minimum space required.
This idea that people and tigers can live together is really, just a utopian dream. They need separate space.
Why does the government not doing anything to protect our wildlife?
Wildlife environment is low priority.
Government is doing a lot to protect wildlife.
There are solutions to many of the problems, but it's a matter of, implementing them. Sometimes it's a matter of funds. But usually it is merely a matter of implementing existing recommendations.
Right from a micro level of throwing a plastic bag on a street to a macro level of poaching a tiger, why is it so difficult to book environment defaulters?
We have very good laws, but they're not effectively implemented.
Most of the environmental laws that we have so far are in the nature of criminal laws. When you prosecute somebody under a criminal law, the presumption is that the person is innocent until proven guilty. The court must be satisfied 100% that this guy has caused this damage.
The whole objective of a wildlife law or wildlife management should be the wildlife.
In many environmental situations, it's fairly difficult to prove that one particular person's actions or a particular defined group's actions have resulted in a particular environmental problem.
While the protection of animals in the wild has become a serious concern across the world, the state of animals, which we see all around us, requires immediate attention.
See today on the road is not a good picture of an animal, because roads or the streets are not meant for animals to be lived. It's because of our negligence they are on the road.
Father of the nation said, Mahatma Gandhi, a nation is known by the manner in which it treats its animals. We talk of so much of development, so much of progress and other things, But see what is happening.
This developing world, I think so we have forgotten our past, we should be, if we look in that, we respected animals and we are getting more selfish. It's not towards animals, even towards environment.
My name is Chalvi and I'd just like to ask, does urban life removed from nature contribute to our apathy towards it?
Life in urban areas is so fast-paced, so rapid, that we are far removed from the realities of nature really, because it doesn't affect us. For us, there are statistics. A tiger dying, an elephant dying, or flood somewhere, we are sitting high and dry. It's only when you go there, then you realize the value.
Understanding of love comes through the eyes, An animal, if you are with an animal, he can express love only through eyes. And that's very important, If you want to be a good human being, you should respect an animal.
They need more nurturing than us. Because they can't speak and communicate to the world and say, can you give this to me or that to me? It's just sign language or their eyes or whatever.
No, I'll tell you, it is earlier, if you see, an animal used to be a part of the family.
Well, we Indians, since we know our country and the origin of the country named India or Bharat, we in our history, it's all about animals. Each and every god is related with animals. Without animal there is nothing. So this is, I would say, a combination of human being and animals, and it's become a part of living being, like we go together. Without animal, a human being is not around, and without an animal there is no human being, it's both way.
Well, it is, आप उनमें जो संस्कार डालोगे वही वो सीखेंगे. अब माँ बाप उनको जो सिखा रहे हैं वही सीखेंगे. What else can you do?
So when they come to Jivashram like us and they interact with the animals out here, they can easily feel what animal is. They can slowly develop the love towards them, respect towards them. So it's a building, making of a, I would say a love, what I should say, a relationship between a animal and a human being. It's very important because this bonding, if you don't have this bonding, they will never respect a human being as well, because love comes from a place where, you can always talk and talk and talk, and he never gives you. It always gives you in a form of a cuddling or anything. He will never speak.
Just as we respect the rights of human animals, there is an urgent awareness for more people to begin respecting non-human animals' rights to this planet and its resources.
We need to sensitize our people about all other life forms, because nothing on this planet was created by nature as a joke. They all have an important role to play, an important part to play in the food chain, and our lives are dependent.
Ultimately, if you are solely to rely on people's sense that these other living and non-living entities have rights of their own, that may not be a very secure basis for conservation. If you recognize that people care about these animals and birds and plants and mountains and so on, then you are able to actually evolve policies by which you can ensure that their actions don't degrade them.
More importantly, this responsibility of respecting every living creature's rights and well-being falls upon us. Because
every creature, even we, our life forms, has a right to live. Whether it's a mouse, a beetle, a fly, or a human being. But when you are educated and sensitized, you are able to discern between need, between the food chain, and between greed. So if you focus, we are a species that's so versatile, we're the most intelligent species on this planet. If we have the ability to destroy, we also have the ability to undo the damage that has been done. So I think if you stop and if you have compassion for all others, and if you begin to have reverence for other life forms, the passion explodes.
My name is Mona Nuriazdan, and I like coming here because I like the dogs and I like keeping them company.
Hello, I am Varun Datta. I like coming here because I really like dogs a lot, and we need to come and take care of them, and if we don't give them company, they'll be really sad.
I feel bad for stray dogs, so whatever I could do, I would do.
So don't wait. Spread the word around. All animals are our co-passengers on this journey called life. Advocate vociferously for their rights. Love and respect them. And remember, just one pat or a cuddle will give you a friend for life.
Wait, even I want to be in it.
Yeah.
You're special. Yeah, I'm specialer than you. Sorry. Can I do it again?
Okay.